What's going on, everybody? It's Dominic with PowerSlap News, and joining me here in Vegas is the contender, DaImien the Bell. DaImien, how's it going?
It's going good, man. I'm glad to be here.
Just did weigh-ins, just weighed in. Everyone made weight. You made weight. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good. I weighed in a little lighter than I wanted to, but we'll take it as it comes. I know I've put on muscle. I know I've gotten in good shapes for this fight. Not as good shape as I wanted to be in, but I'm getting there.
So you're coming up for the belt.
Yes,
What's
sir.
this belt mean for you? If you take this home to you and your family, what's this going to do for your life?
This is honestly going to put me on a great trajectory to complete all the goals I want to complete. Because this is really just playing into like how I'm going to pay for my law school, how I'm going to fund my career in the future. So this is really going to set me up to be able to do that.
Awesome. And I know last time we spoke, you were just finishing school. You were really putting all your effort into that. Have you had some time to really focus on PowerSlap and train?
Yeah, I've had about a month of I had 2 weeks off and then like a couple light weeks because it's the start of the semester, the summer semester, because got to take them summer classes if you want to finish quickly. So yeah, I'm doing that, but I've really been focusing, honing my skills, and really just my daily job and working out anything that isn't sore already. Just focusing on that.
Just staying busy. Have you found like a gym or a team, anything like that, or are you doing it all solo?
At this point, I just go to the gym by myself. I'm kind of trying to do it solo. There's certain I used to go to a coach, but there's certain things that I want to work on that I just didn't get the chance to. So I'm really trying to focus on mainly on power and being able to take these hits, and that's what I'm basically like min-maxing in D&D. I'm putting all my stats in attack and defense, like not really technique and accuracy. So I'm just hitting the general area, but with enough force to knock them out no matter where that general area is.
So I asked you this at the press conference. I'm going to ask you again. I think this has the potential to go 5 rounds.
Yes.
Do you think this may be the first like championship decision that we see?
It could be, but I don't want it to be, because I feel like the decision would go to Ron because he has better technique and accuracy than I do. So I'm hoping that it goes either a knockout in the first round, because that's what I really want. It'd be nice to get that fight bonus too. But I'm hoping for that first round knockout. If not, it's probably going to be mid rounds. I'm going to have to really put everything I have into those strikes because I can't let it go to decision.
Well, I'd be really interested as a fan to see championship rounds, right? We haven't seen championship rounds in PowerSlap yet. As a fan, that's something I'd want to see. I think that would be pretty interesting for the sport as well, because we haven't seen it yet. And then putting you into one of the first people to do that kind of gives you that little bit of a staple.
Yeah, it definitely would. And I don't see, it's a stretch whether I knock him out on the first one. I don't think I will, but I'm going for that dazing him on that first round. I want to stumble him a little bit, and then I want to capitalize that on the later rounds, slowly build up damage, and then really put it down before round 4 or 5.
Well, this time around, we have more experienced fighters. It's the second time around. Still, though, you and Wolverine kind of have more of a bigger, longer background in PowerSlap or just slapping in general than other people. You also have that extra little bit of, you got to do a little bit of coaching. You got to see that kind of side of it. How does that feel coming onto the thing there and seeing some other people that maybe don't have as much experience or didn't put as much into it as you guys, and they're still kind of there?
Honestly, it's just you have to put your work in if you want your reward. It's one of those things where there's a lot of guys that they see it as, oh, I don't need to work as hard, it's just slapping, or oh, I don't need to count that guy because he has experience, but he has experience in a smaller league or anything like that. All those things play a factor in it. I think it's all these factors that come together to make a great fighter.
I agree. I think you got to have a little bit of everything, right, in order to stand out.
Yeah, you have to have a little bit of everything. And honestly, to me, the biggest thing that you could have to stand out is the chin.
That was going to lead me into my next question. Chin or neck, and what do you do to train the chin? Are you chewing on the rubber like I've seen Austin Turpin doing?
I don't chew on anything. I eat a lot of steaks, tough. But there's certain exercises you could do, like hanging your head off the bed, stretching it out, pushing it against something. There's a lot of things you can do to strengthen your neck, shoulders, that entire area. And honestly, I feel like I already have a strong enough chin that most of my focus going into this match, I knew my biggest advantage was going to be my weight and how hard I hit. and I feel like Ron's never been hit as hard as he's going to be hit on Wednesday night.
I think that'll be really interesting. I think you guys going up is going to be, I think it's a headliner for a reason, right? I think you two are going to put on a show. You guys bring a lot of fans to this. You know, it's going to be an event. Are you ready? It's close. We did weigh-ins. Are you ready? What are you feeling?
Honestly, I'm feeling nervous, but I'm excited at the same time because win or lose, it's going to be a great match. It's going to be a good match to watch. It's going to be a good match to participate in, and I'm hoping to really cement myself. Even if I don't win, I want to cement myself as at least the one that stumbled wrong.
Without even talking to Ron, I know he's coming out in cowboy boots.
Yeah.
You got anything special planned for your walkout? Any razzle dazzle?
Just the usual black Air Forces and my same music. Changed up the song this time, but y'all get to see that Wednesday.
Okay. Save that one for Wednesday.
Save that one for Wednesday.
But no, nothing special. You're not doing a cape, nothing fancy.
No.
No.
I might for after I win this one, but for this one, it's more about just showing that I respect him, no matter how the outcome turns out.
So you're not going to give him a quick hand signal before you slap him?
No. I'm not going to be fooling around or anything. I want to show him that this is a respectful match, and that's more for like if you trying to really be disrespectful. That's how I am, at least. Like, you're being disrespectful. You're doing stuff like that.
I see. You want to take this as you two are vets in the sport. You guys are kind of setting the bar for the new group that's looking at you guys.
Yeah, we want to set the standard for the sport.
The standard. I like that. That's what it is.
Yes, sir.
So one other thing I want to ask you, because again, you are very experienced in this, and I've heard this now recently through like the rumblings of the other fighters, the sound the slap makes may be something the judges is looking for. Is that something you've heard? Is that something that you're...
That's actually something that I feel like we told them because we got to talk to the commission and we're like, hey, you could tell how that slap lands by the sound that it makes when they connect to the face. But there are exceptions. Like with Ron, he has such a thick beard that's going to sound more meaty. Like no matter how you hit, like it's going to dull the sound of it. So you can't trust that always. But for someone like clean shaven or got like just a light beard, you could tell when it has that nice crisp smacking to it. Like once you have done the sport enough, you could tell just on the sound whether that connected good or not.
So the judges may be looking for it because that's something you guys have turned them on to.
Yeah. Interesting.
Because I know that's been kind of a rumbling everyone's been talking about. We got to get the sound. You got to get that right. Pow.
Yeah. And since day one, we were talking about that. Like, even when you're hitting mitts, you could tell when you hit that mitt right perfectly with that open hand because you get that sound, that crisp sound of it. And just like with my fight against Duane, if you watch back that video, that sound of that slap is powerful. You could hear it. It's crisp. And you're not going to get that if you're clubbing someone.
No.
If you're clubbing someone, it's just going to be a thud. So, it definitely plays a factor.
Have you seen the catchers for the super heavyweight yet?
I haven't seen them, but I heard that we were bringing in some strong men.
Saw them. Big boys. Some big boys down there.
That's going to be crazy.
That's going to be crazy. What do you think of that? I think that's an interesting little clash of worlds, right?
Yeah,
like
it's cool.
Competition and PowerSlap.
It's really cool to be able to, bring in these other sports. Like, and even when we were doing our weigh-ins, we had boxers, MMA guys that were like, man, I respect y'all for being able to do this because honestly, you have to be a certain type of crazy and a certain type of badass to be able to do this because this isn't a sport that's like heavily like there's technique that could play a factor, but if you have a strong enough chin, a strong enough will to win, to just power through no matter what, that could take you where you need to go.
What if these strongmen, these world's strongest men, start entering PowerSlap? Is that when DaImien Dibbell leaves PowerSlap?
That might be... I'd honestly probably move up for their first couple matches until they learn the sport because
take advantage of the rookiness.
It still takes a while to get to the point where you're fully transitioning your power into your slap.
That's like the 5D chess right there.
Because like if you're throwing a right hook, it's really easy to learn to transition your weight. You're pivoting, you're using your whole body. But in PowerSlap, it's everything has to be kind of converted to standing still, hitting accurately, open hand, stretched out. Boxing or any other combat sport, you're like this, you're different stance, you're moving around, you're standing still and you're just trading blows. And that's honestly the type of boxer I want to be. That's why I joined the sport originally.
Yeah.
And it just takes a while to really get to know how to like transition that power into your slaps.
Interesting. I think that's really cool. Have you done anything weird to train? I know these people are talking about discus. People are talking about like batting cages. You do anything like that?
Honestly, I feel like my job is the weirdest way you could train because I work at a moving company, and one of the main reasons I still work with that moving company is one, because I'm about to get promoted, and two, because working out there, it's hard labor, 8, 10. I've worked an 18-hour day, 19-hour day before, and that's just moving stuff all day, just picking heavy stuff up, putting heavy stuff down. My boss hates when we say that, but we joke around like that all the time. And I feel like that's the blue collar workers are going to really have an advantage in the sport because their bodies are conditioned to actually use their muscles like that. And like ex-fighters are going to have a good time in the sport because once they learn to transition their power with their keeping their feet still, they're going to have a great time in the sport. Like Duane. Duane with a couple more reps, gets his chin right, he's going to be someone to really watch in this sport.
Interesting. I think that's really exciting. I think it's cool you have that perspective of a coach where you're looking at other people like, that guy's going to shine, that guy's going to shine. Would you want to do more coaching in the future?
I'd love to do more coaching. Honestly, I even talked to Frank, and he said it's an open position. They're still like vetting their options, but I'm really hoping to get that position because I feel like if it was me and Duane, we could bring a lot to the team. I feel like if we teamed up together, we could really let these guys shine because he's great on technique and power is what I focus on. So if you combine our two specialties, we could make some great fighters.
I think that'd be really fun to see you back in that coaching role. I think that was cool to see you there the first time. It's definitely awesome to see you slap. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's fun to see you doing other things, you know? I don't want to take up too much of your evening. I know weigh-ins are over. Everyone's looking to go eat. I'm not going to hold up too much of your time. Thank you so much for talking to me. Man. Where can people find you if they want to find you?
Dibbell SF anywhere, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, pretty much everywhere. Actually, Facebook is the only one. DaImien Dibbell. Just look at my name. But find me, message me. I respond to everybody. So you know what it is.
Fight coming up tomorrow. Get ready. Live on Rumble. Dibbell headlining. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.